All right, so I love questions like this because it allows me to be able to do my favorite thing, which is talk about cars and engines. And so, yeah, it's quite a lot of stuff here. So I'm going to probably break it up into a few different videos because right now I'm working on a video for the Detroit Grand Prix for my other channel. So plug for Aperture Media. If you like racing stuff, check that out over there. But anyway, the first thing that you kind of talked about in your comment is like trying to get 500-ish horsepower out of a M60. I mean, anything's possible with the right amount of money. I mean, you could definitely do it if, you know, you just have unlimited cash. But like at the end of the day, the thing that you have to consider is that when you are looking at a BMW M60, you really only have 3 different displacement options. So you have the 3-liter, the 4-liter, and the 4.4-liter. Even if you went all the way up to the 4.4-liter, you're only going to be able to get like, I don't know, 330-ish, 340-ish horsepower out of it. So like you're still like a long way off from your like 500 horsepower goal. So like at that point, like obviously it's not going to happen naturally aspirated. So you're going to have to look towards forced induction. If you're going to supercharge these engines, I think you can get to 500 horsepower. The biggest thing I would say to think about is that, well, for one, you're going to really need to upgrade the fuel system. I would recommend, hold on, I got to walk through here. And so like I've said in the past, my content is sponsored by Deechworks. This video is not, and I'm not really hawking one of their products, just kind of a transparency thing. When you go to upgrade your fuel system, I would recommend speccing it for E85. Our engines are high compression V8s. I wouldn't want you to get into a situation where you are looking to upgrade that engine and now you're having pre-detonation issues or having issues with like knock or anything like that, right? So, and what's gonna help you avoid those detonation issues is E85. But now you need a fuel system to be able to support that. And so now what you're looking at is a bigger fuel pump, bigger injectors, and you need an ECU to run all of this, because once you start talking about a engine that's running that much boost, the ECU is not really going to be able to support that. So that's again another cost. And I kind of said the magic word, which is boost. These engines aren't boosted from the factory. So you got to figure out how you're going to add forced induction on top of the setup. I mean, the easiest solution is to supercharge it. That's not cheap though. So again, that's another cost on top of the fuel system, on top of the electronics, that now you're going to try to force induct your car with a supercharger that's going to run you like 5 to 7 grand. That's another problem. Now, yes, you could try to bring down the cost by trying to turbocharge it, but you have to be mechanically inclined to do that because there aren't really any off-the-shelf setups for us E34 guys to turbocharge our V8. So if you are going to try to do that, you're going to be making your own headers, your own downpipes. Obviously, you can just buy an off-the-shelf turbo, but that doesn't mean that you can just slap it on an engine and now it, you know, makes boost. There's a lot of parts that have to like work in unison for that engine to produce a stable 500 horsepower, which is 500 horsepower, which is what you were going for. And so for me, like that's a big reason why I look to go with the LS swap. I know a lot of people like to like get in the comments and talk about their M60 makes just as much power as an LS. I mean, yeah, anything's possible with money, as I've shown. But for somebody like me who's just a regular guy with just a regular full-time job and budget constraints, it's not the most economical thing to try to make 500 horsepower with a BMW M60 of any size, rather if that's a 3-liter, a 4-liter, or if you go and get a 4.4-liter. It still just doesn't make sense in the finance department. Now, for your question about making 600 horsepower with an LS and like in terms of swapping and paying a shop to do it or you doing it yourself, I'm probably going to cut that off and then talk about that in another video. And so once again, I appreciate the support. Thanks for leaving a comment, subscribing, watching, doing all this stuff. And yeah, if you guys like the idea of me like responding to comments with videos directly, drop a like and, you know, do all the YouTube stuff and maybe I'll do more of this.